Hello, I'm Clarice from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I'm on my new MacBook today, so I'm starting a little bit early just to make sure it's set up okay. Because I had to install everything again and it's all a bit weird. I was actually going to use some different software, but when I went to start it, luckily I went to start it 5 minutes ago, early. It wouldn't work. So. Does it sound okay? Yeah, maybe the sound's okay. Just let me know how it's all going, everybody, because as I said, I had to set it all up again, so hopefully it's good. Not sure about the audio. It seems to be using both mics. We'll see. So today, Thursday the 14th of May, I took 2 days off. Well, 1 day off work completely, off Psychic Cafe and off work completely, which was amazing. I spent all day at the beach with my friend. Had such a good day. And yesterday, and my new MacBook arrived, so yesterday was all about setting this new MacBook up and doing readings and stuff. So I didn't do Psychic Cafe. I worked doing the behind the scenes stuff so that I could be ready for working today on all of this. Is anyone joining me live? So I've got my coffee. Today's daily read. If you're watching the replay and you haven't watched the daily read already, I'll put a link up there for it. So pause this and watch that and then come back. The daily read today, 14th of May, it's about our strengths. It's about, us being put on this planet with all of this stuff inside of ourselves to be able to follow our life path, our life purpose. As in our personality traits, our preferences, our likes, our dislikes, our passions, what comes easy to us, natural tendencies, all of that, it's all inside of us, and it's all inside of us from the day we're born. And it shows us the way. But then we get adulted, don't we? Then we get taught, oh no, you go to school and it's like, no, you're not good at that, you need to be good at that. Try all these things out that you're not good at. Do the boring stuff. We get adulted and we kind of lose our track a little bit. We've got to train ourselves to get back to that, focusing on our strengths, doing what comes easily to us, that kind of stuff. So that's what it's about today. Also, it's about grace too. When you're trying to manifest something, you're trying to manifest the things that are lacking in your life, right? So we focus on what isn't there to try and manifest it. So if you're struggling with money, you focus on money to try and manifest it. Or if you don't have a relationship, you focus on that to try and manifest it. And grace is saying to us, sometimes you can be so focused on that and you're waiting for grace to show itself, and it's showing itself in every other aspect of your life. But you're not noticing it, you're not seeing it, you're not celebrating it, not being grateful for it. Yeah. And so today's all about that, recognizing grace, actually being grateful for it, noticing it, celebrating it. And we lose track of that when we try and manifest too much because we're focused on what's lacking. Yeah. Then there was more guidance about our strengths. Really got to focus on our strengths, be proud of ourselves and proud of our strengths. Not always focused on what's wrong with us, what isn't right about us, what we're not good at, and trying to improve that. Focus on what you are good at instead. So the card of the day from what's this deck? Something offering. I can never remember. The empowerment card. It's pretty. When you ask the divine to take over, you get pulled into your own authentic power. It's a force of inner love that wants your wholeness and magnificence. Unfold my true and radiant self, dear Lord. Empowerment. Yeah, and it's really interesting, isn't it? Empowerment is about surrender to your higher self. It's about just taking power or taking control over what is ours and handing the rest over to our higher self. That's true empowerment. And when people don't feel power, when people aren't truly empowered, they want to take power over, either power over other people or power over their own lives. Somebody's come on live, yay, I'm not just talking to myself. 2 days off and then everyone abandons me. What's going on? What's going on? If you're joining me live, pop up a message so that I'm not just talking to myself. Because if I'm talking to myself, I'll go and do something more interesting instead, like shooting the weekly read videos. That's what I'm going to do this morning. The weekly reads for next week. Decided not to do the full moon and the new moon readings anymore, the videos. Well, I might just check out, see how many views I was getting in those, but I don't think they're getting very many views, and there's certainly not, people aren't ordering those readings from it, so it's a waste of a day's work for me, twice a month doing that. If people aren't interested in the new moon and full moon reads, there's no point in doing them. And everyone's loving the weekly reads and the bonus reads, so just focus on that, hey. Wow, so my new MacBook Air, the fan is on, and it's on hard right now. That's interesting. Is anybody joining me live, or shall I just stop? Shall I just quit? Pop up a message if you are. Yay, Saskia! Sat here by myself for 10 minutes. I started this early. Because I'm on my new MacBook, Saskia, my new MacBook arrived, and so I had to set it all up yesterday. Started this early because I put new software on it to do this and it didn't work. And so I put the old software on it, just install that now. But yeah, the fan is going crazy right now. It's awesome, but the fan is going crazy right now. I might just tilt it up and give it a bit more air. I've heard that these run hot, these new MacBooks. There you go, you have a bit more air. Yeah, so Saskia, how are you liking the new format of the daily reads? The longer format, more information. Do you like that? Because before they were like 3 or 4 minutes, now they're 10 minutes. Dusty. It was nice having 2 days off. Not work. 1 day off work. 2 days off Psychic Cafe. Worked a lot yesterday to get the new MacBook set up. But yeah, it's so pretty. I love it. And it's fast. It's so super fast. But Facebook still doesn't work right on it. It still comes up with that stupid message saying it's making your MacBook slow. Brand new MacBook, so there's a problem with Facebook on Safari, obviously. So that was a bit disappointing. But yeah, it's super fast with YouTube now, which is awesome. It's super fast, just switching between screens and email and everything. So good, I like it. So how are you going, Saskia? You good? Let's go deeper into the daily read. Who else is on? Anybody? Oh. So today's all about our strengths, playing to our strengths, recognizing our strengths, knowing that everything is inside of us. Yeah, making it longer. It's more like a teaching kind of thing. I like that too, because it's still relevant, it's still relevant for the day. Like, it's still a reading, but it's more useful, and that's what I want my readings to be, useful. I just, that predictive stuff, as much as I love to watch it myself, it's not useful. It's what we want to hear, and it very rarely comes true. It's just platitudes, really, that predictive stuff. So I do hope my stuff is more real. How's the camera? Can you tell the difference? Should be clearer. Better camera. So today also we're including intimacy. We are people, like a deeper reading. Yeah, Yeah. And I can just go on forever and ever, you know. That's why video is great for me, because I can just go on about anything. I can talk about anything at the drop of a hat. So today we're going to include intimacy, so intimate relationships, romantic relationships, that kind of thing. Hey Eva! Yay! So glad you came on too. I was by myself for a while. The first 7 minutes I was by myself. Feeling very lonely on here. So include intimacy, so it could be you've been distancing yourself from people lately. Don't do that. Cam's good and the sound's good. Yeah. I did do a little bit of a sound check before I started this. Recorded a video to see what it's like, especially because this microphone, it's on a USB connector and there's no USB ports in the MacBook anymore. And so I got a connector, so I had to make sure that that's all working. So it's always been very technical. Got my email set up at last, how I like it, and it's, yeah, I managed to get all my email in there this time. And so I've had my other MacBook for 8 years. I obviously couldn't get one of my, or failed at trying to add one of my email accounts into, the Hotmail account into the Mac Mail. Obviously gave up on it, so it's been sat. I've been accessing it online in Safari for those 8 years. And I just did it. I managed to do it on this one, so I've got a much smoother setup now. But yeah, it took me all day doing that. Oh my goodness, you can. I bet quiet and reserved people love being in your company. Yeah. People feel calm, that's what they tell me, they feel calm, they feel safe around me. Today we've also got, yeah, here you can have a read. I'm just going deeper into the daily right now. Oh, waking up and being okay about what we're waking up to. Reveals today, but personal reveals, things revealed about ourselves, maybe in inner knowing. See, the energy is very much today about focusing on what's coming in, rather than on lack. So, you know how we can be, we can like, oh, I'm not in the flow, I'm not in the flow, I'm not in grace. Because you focus on that one thing that's not flowing for you, maybe your work or your relationships or whatever. And meanwhile, the universe is throwing out all kinds of things at us, all kinds of grace at us, but we're not noticing it because we're focused on that one thing that isn't flowing. Yeah, speed makes a huge difference. Nothing worse than a slow computer. Yeah, when you're working on a computer all the time. So, yeah, when it's slow, it's just terrible. It's cool. It's also got the Thai keyboard on it too, which I hadn't thought of that. Of course, though, ordering it in Thailand, it's going to be a Thai keyboard. It's got both on it. So that's interesting. Seeing 111 all the time. Cool. Hey Rose, how are you? Sunflower Rose. So yeah, we've got some wake-ups today as well. This is like inner revealing, something about yourself. And this is asking us to be okay about it. So you might be surprised by something that's revealed about yourself today. So I went for a run on the beach this morning. I got invited out last night for a drink. I didn't go. I was already in bed. But I went for my run on the beach this morning and I saw the aftermath of what I was invited to on the beach there. On a table. Okay, also today we've got soften and open and completion. The picture quality doesn't look that good to me on here. I might have to fiddle with the settings a little bit. It shouldn't be that fuzzy. So yeah, soften and open to completions, yeah. So if you're trying to open up to something, if you're trying to let more into your life, this is saying it's the completion that's going to allow you to soften and open up. So always ask yourself, what can I let go of to let it in? Kind of going through that at the moment. Emotional connections especially. This island's awesome for me because it's such a small island, such a small community. that you've got to sort relationships out, you've got to sort them out. You can't just run away or leave things up in the air or, not sort things out, smooth things over. You have to deal with things properly here, just because of the nature of it. I guess you could leave the island, but I don't want to do that. So it's nice. So it's like, yeah, it's good for me. Yeah, the picture's not so good, but it's a really good camera, so it's something to do with this streaming software. I can see it's fuzzy on the streaming software, so I'll figure that out. Hey, Aphrodite. It should be better. The picture should be better, so it's something to do with the settings on here. I don't know. It says it's not optimal, but it doesn't tell me what is optimal. Otherwise, I'd just change it to the optimal setting. So in order to soften and open ourselves up to bringing in what we want to bring in, it's all about the completion. So this can be about letting go of relationships and smoothing those emotional stuff over. So yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. And also, it can be about decluttering as well. That's a good one too. Decluttering your house, decluttering your life, decluttering your hard drive, decluttering your email, all of that stuff. It gives us space, it releases the stress, and it gives us space, and it opens us up to more to come in. And so yeah, completion. If you're trying to let something in, don't look at how you can be more open. Look at what you can complete, what you can let go of, what can be ended. Also today, we're being prepared for bigger things, better things. We just got to accept where we are right now. It's very fuzzy, isn't it? I wonder if I can make it smaller. Although that won't really make a difference. Video input. I guess I can't do it on the fly. I'll figure it out, Saska. Accept what is, because we are being prepared for better. And as I always say, it's a journey, and it's not about instant manifestations. It's always a journey. We're always being prepared for better. Now, the card of the day is empowerment. When you ask the divine to take over, you get pulled into your own authentic power. It's a force of inner love that wants your wholeness and magnificence. Unfold my true and radiant self, dear Lord. I don't look fuzzy to you. What are you watching on, Aphrodite? Are you watching on a big screen or a little screen? It looks good on my little phone screen here. But yeah, when I'm holding the cards up, they're all fuzzy to me, like I can't. The camera's right there. It should be really clear for me, and it's not. It's fuzzy, darker. I know, it is darker, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know why it's dark. I mean, everything else is the same, but the camera is focusing darker or something. Who knows? New computers. Who wants a reading? iPhone Pro Max. Oh, you see, now I want a new iPhone. The colour of, I've got the gold MacBook Air, and it's like, it is very pinkish, and it's not a bad match to this, in fact, but it is a little bit different. And now I'm thinking, well, maybe I should get a phone that matches it. Hey Stephanie, maybe I should get a phone that matches it. My phone's not even 6 months old. It's a bit decadent, but I don't know, it's just so nice having a new Mac product, a new Apple product. They're so stylish, aren't they? The screen is amazing. Really good. Aphrodite's up first. And tomorrow is Friday. Yay. So I'll be publishing some reads tomorrow, some bonus reads tomorrow evening. Ready for the half price sale. Hey Tracy. Aphrodite, okay, have patience and communicate. Patience with your communications. Hey Chris. See, everyone's coming on now. You're all on my new MacBook. You don't realise it, but you are. It's exciting. Yeah, so Aphrodite, have patience with your communication. So this could indicate today you might have a bit of trouble with people. Maybe people being impatient, getting triggered easily. I think there are some difficult energies around. There usually are when I feel like taking time off like that. It was so awesome. Day off. We walked to this beach, me and my friend. And we must have got there about 10 o'clock. We were there until about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We were there all day, drinking wine on the beach. A few people came and joined us. It was great. Just a total beach day. It was awesome. Aphrodite 2, you've got believe in yourself and touch, right? So this is about your impatient communications with people. It's staying true to yourself within those communications. So yeah, you're getting triggered. Other people are getting triggered. The soup. Yeah, that's today's daily read, the soup. Unfortunately, that lady, she put on Facebook yesterday that she's leaving the island. She can't survive here anymore, of course, because of lockdown and everything. She's hardly making any money. I don't want her to leave. Her food's amazing. Your kids being impatient, or you're getting impatient with them because they're annoying. Kids are annoying. They are annoying. You can test anybody, kids can. So yeah, just believe in yourself and your own heart, Aphrodite, as you're going through all of this. You know, we've got to go easy on ourselves. As I said, kids are really triggering, especially when we're tired. Like, kids really tire you out. Very tiring things. Stephanie's next. The keyboard's really nice on this MacBook Air as well. It's almost silent, and the trackpad as well. It's huge, the trackpad, and it's almost, it doesn't click. Like my old one clicks. My old MacBook Air looks like a relic now. It looks so old-fashioned when I opened it up to get some stuff off it. Because the screen's small, it's got like a big, border around the outside, and it looks so old-fashioned. Stephanie. You're welcome, Aphrodite. Stephanie, love yourself and have patience. Oh, the energies don't seem so good today in these personal readings. Love yourself and have patience. Again, I'm picking up that this is with other people. Patience with other people. How many patience cards do I have in this bag? Is everyone going to get a patience card? Yeah, you've got the warmth card and the is this thought useful? This is about judging yourself when you're being impatient, when people are triggering you. Don't judge yourself for it. Sometimes we can expect ourselves to be saints and be able to put up with anything, but we're not required to do that, and that's not empowered either. Sometimes the empowered thing to do is be honest with your feelings and go, stop it, to your kids. Sometimes it's the warm-hearted thing is, the loving thing is to speak out and to be firmer. So yeah, love yourself more rather than trying to love other people by being a pushover, because that's going to make you even more like impatient and stuff. So when you're getting triggered by people, loving yourself more rather than trying to be nice to them. Tracy's up next. Tracy. Tracy, you've got guidance and perfect. This is being careful not to use guidance to try and perfect yourself. This is the perfectionism thing. It's like, this is your higher self saying, accept yourself as you are, you're good as you are. Guidance moves you forward, but it doesn't mean that you're bad or wrong or flawed or broken right now. You're not. So don't use guidance to try and perfect yourself, to try and feel like worthy of something, to perfect yourself, to feel worthy of something so that you can have something again. That's not what it's about at all. We're here to evolve, but it doesn't mean we're wrong and broken right now. And also, Tracy, your higher self has heard you. It knows that you want to do something that you love, and it's heard you, and it's moving you toward that. It has heard you, and it's going to deliver it. It's going to move you toward it, and it will require some things from you, some changes in you to move you toward that. And so, if you've been continually asking Tracy for what you want, don't. It's already heard you. Cool. Who's next? Saskia. Saskia's up next. Just to give everyone a heads up, the half-price reading sale that's starting tomorrow evening is on the Your Next Steps readings. That was a really popular one. I've been getting a lot of emails, people asking in the week for the half-price offer from the week before, the weekend before, the one before that. I'm not doing that. The half-price reading sales are just for the weekends because I tend to be busy with full-price stuff in the week anyway. My weekends were quiet before, and so yeah. Please don't ask for the half-price reading sale. It won't be extended to anybody in the week. I'm too busy. I'm too busy making the YouTube videos too and doing the background stuff for the business. So. Not that any of you have asked for that are on here. Oh yeah, Eva. I've forgotten about Eva too. Saskia, you've got... Oh look, the video quality on this is terrible. Expansion and get support. So... don't think to do things really independently and all yourself. Your expansion is going to come when you let more people help you. And so your focus could be on receiving right now and allowing yourself to receive more. Letting that support in. Yeah. So this is like you trying to soldier ahead with something yourself. And your higher self saying, the next step is for you to accept more support and have people help you. Yeah. So listen to those promptings, those inner promptings. It's the inner work that's the most important now, not the outer work of pushing forward in things. Listen and wait. So if you're trying to make something happen, Saskia, if you're trying to make something manifest, it's the inner stuff that's important right now. Yeah, it is a bit cheeky. I mean, as if it isn't enough that I'm doing half-price reading sales at the weekend. It's a big thing, you know. I earn more in the week than I do at the weekends, and the weekends I'm flat out. You know, of course it's considerably less when it's half price. It's considerably less that I'm earning, and I'm working twice as much, more. But yeah. I can't do it all the time. It's just, it would be too much. Yeah, Eva. Eva's up next. Eva's still here. So Eva, similar to the daily read about you are born with all the things inside of you to follow your life path, especially what you love and what your preferences are and what you're naturally passionate about. It's very connected with your life path. And so this make love, I am love, the make love card is about doing what you love, and you've got to realize that you are love. That love is inside of you already. So those loves, those desires, those preferences, they're inside of you already. You just need to follow that. You just need to follow your internal promptings. And some people don't do that because they don't value it. When things are easy to us, when we just love it and when we do it anyway. It's like my readings. I allow myself to earn money from my readings even though it's so much fun and it's so easy for me. You've got to, you've got to value what comes easy to you. Not just value what comes hard to you. Because that gets you off track, that gets you working on things that aren't aligned with you. Alignment's so important, right? Because we've got to have motivation. To make anything happen, to manifest anything, to to make anything successful and big, you've got to be persistent. You've got to put that energy in. You've got to give that energy out first for a long time, persistently. You've got to be that energy before things manifest. And if you're not passionate about something, you're not going to get out of bed in the morning and do it. You're not going to consistently do it for long enough for it actually to have those results. And so when people just choose something to do just for the money's not for most people, it's not a motivating factor big enough to continue with it. There's got to be something else. There's got to be more passion. There's got to be something that you love, something that you're interested in. Then you got the motivation because you're getting something else from it, like fulfillment, like fun. Then you can stick with it. And so it's already inside of you, Eva. What you're looking for is already inside of you, as in something that you like, something that you love doing. Just got to give yourself permission to do that. And to reach out to others for that. So elsewhere, reach out to others elsewhere to provide whatever it is that you love, whether you love making something or doing things for people. This is like I would have got these cards out when I had that shop in Byron Bay and I was switching over to online so that I could reach the rest of the world, kind of thing. This is saying, Eva, you can reach out with your stuff elsewhere, especially online. You can do that. This isn't about travel. This is about people in other places, reaching out to people in other places. You don't have to be confined to your location, is what I'm hearing. Is what you want to do. There you go. Who's up next? Chris is up next, and then Rose. Chris. Relationships, these connections, wait for it. I'm picking up from this, Chris. You're in such a big period of change at the moment. If you're trying to start a relationship or bring even friendships in, when you're in flux like this, you're only going to attract people that are in flux or people that have got your old energy. You're not going to attract the new people in. This is saying wait until your energy is settled down to want to bring more people in. So if you are getting a bit bored, wanting some friendships and things, it's like, you might be a bit bored, but it's still, you're going to bring drama in, at the moment. So better just focus on yourself at the moment rather than trying to make friends or bring people in. And warm to yourself. So this is all about self-love. Things are going well. Your transition's going well, Chris. Rose is up next. Rose. This is really similar to the daily read. Flowing, strength and courage. So when you're focusing on your strengths, what you're already good at, what comes easily to you, what your strengths are, rather than trying to fix your weaknesses or improve your weaknesses, challenge yourself constantly. Don't challenge yourself constantly, Rose. Do what comes easy to you. I'm not saying don't challenge yourself ever, but this is saying, like, go with the flow. You've got to, as I said before, you've got to value what comes easy to you. Yeah. You're in lockdown, Chris. Tomorrow we've got a new wave of restrictions being lifted, but since they announced it a few days ago, we eased the restrictions already. We all did it beforehand. Yeah, we're coming out of lockdown now. We had our first 0 day yesterday. 0 new cases in Thailand yesterday, the first 0 day since this all started. How cool's that? Let's hope there's another one today. So yeah, Rose, flow with your strengths, what comes easy to you, value that, go in that direction. Very similar to today's daily read, the energies for you. And make your decisions based on what's going well. So Rose, I'm really picking up that you're challenging yourself too much. It's like you're trying to fix things, you're trying to improve things that are, you're not noticing that flow, you're not noticing that flow of grace. What comes easy to you, what your strengths are, what is flowing in your life, and going with that. And so when you're making your decisions based on you focusing on lack and what's missing in your life or what you're not that good at, then they're not going to be good decisions for you. Make life much easier than that. Maybe you had a family that always tried to encourage you by, getting you to improve yourself, and you've kind of taken that over in your mind now, Rose, and your subconscious mind is like your family, always wanting to push yourself. Yeah. Oh, you lived a little bit longer daily. Cool. Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, because YouTube shows more people as well when it's longer. It hardly shows anyone when it's the 3 or 4 minute ones. I noticed as soon as I made them 10 minutes or longer, the dailies, YouTube has started showing more people, so that's good. And it's why not? Why not make them longer? So don't be so hard on yourself, Rose. Like, it's good to challenge yourself. I like challenging myself. But you need to know when is like a healthy challenge for you. Like, healthy challenges for me are in my sports and stuff like that. Not necessarily healthy challenging me in my work, because I can just flow with that, So I noticed, right, that with my full moon and my new moon reads that I do, so that comes along every 2 weeks. And so it adds another day of work doing those videos. And so every other week I tend to be really busy and kind of behind on my videos because of the new and full moon. But hardly anyone orders the readings from it. And so I decided not to do it anymore. And like that, it's like, I didn't challenge myself to try and make them work, just going with that flow. It's like, okay, well, they're not working, and so I can let them go. Okay, make it easy on myself. It's that kind of vibe, Rose. You need to know when a challenge is good for you and know when a challenge isn't good for you. Like right now, it's tanked. Like, it's still good. And my friends that were there were saying, but you're great. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not like I was 2 months ago. And so that's my new challenge now, is to get back to the fitness that I was at 2 months ago. It's so annoying that these measures to keep us healthy make us unhealthy. But yeah, we can get back to it. And so that's cool. We've got a new wave of opening shops, beauticians, massage places, but you're not allowed a full body massage, you're only allowed a foot massage. What else? Yeah, shops like retail stores back open again, malls back open again. Still got to wear masks, still got curfew. Still no dentist. And our ferries. The ferries are stopped. Still got no travel. I think it's going to be lifted all very, very quickly from now on here. But not the borders open. And that's what we need on this island, is the borders open for tourism to come back. It's great. It's exciting. I'm really looking forward to that when the bars open again. Not that I go to them very much, but the night when they open again is going to be the biggest party. It's going to be so good because everyone will be out again. I'm looking forward to that night. It is exciting. Yeah, the dentists aren't open. It's not essential, apparently. How bizarre is that? It's not essential. But our dentist on this island, she lives on the mainland. So she comes over. I think she does Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday here. Or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something like that. She can't get over at the moment because the ferries aren't running. This island's in lockdown. Yeah, and I need a filling, so I want the dentist. I want the massage places open again. I've got my private one that comes here and massages me, but I just want to be able to go, instead of arranging it in advance, just be able to go to the shop and get a massage again. That would be great. On the beach there, beautiful. What a feeling. But it's nice that it's all opening back up again, back to life, back to reality. So thank you everyone for coming along. I think I did everyone. I readings, of course, are available. My guidance readings, all of them are available, in fact, all of the time, if you can find them. If you can find the links to them. Thanks everyone for coming along. Hope you have an awesome day or night. I'm going to get on with making those videos. Thank you, everybody. You're enjoying the quiet of lockdown. Not looking forward. Really? Stephanie? Oh, so looking forward to it. So looking forward to just be able to hang out with people again, legally. Not that we're hardly in lockdown. Like this, we just haven't had any cases on this island, so it's very hard to comply strictly. It would be a different matter if we were on Phuket. Phuket, you know, they had 4 new cases a few days ago, so on that island it'd be very different. On this island there's none of it, so yeah. There we go. Have an awesome day, everyone. Thanks for coming along, and I'll try and sort out that video thing for tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye.